What's up, YouTube bots communities? Boy, Mr. Universal Sports, coming to you live and undirect from that undisclosed location in California, A. You know how we do it. Sorry for the rocking on my camera. I'm kind of doing this. I don't have my tag team partner with me tonight. Ariel's at a party somewhere. I'm about to get my party on after I do this video. As I promised on my Facebook page, I decided to. I promised you guys a video, and I decided to make my little return on YouTube. 2011 is going to be a big year in boxing with the Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley fight starting it off, and Pacquiao possibly fighting again against either Shane Mosley, Andre Berto, or Juan Manuel Marquez. I'm here to cover this Bernard Hopkins-Jean Pascal fight for the world championship at 175 pounds. Personally, I had this fight scored for Hopkins 114-112, and I had to say this. If you had this fight for Pascal, either you're from Canada, or you're from Haiti, or you're just a hater. It was a robbery. Bernard Hopkins took that boy to school. For a man about to turn 46 in about next month, that man looked impressive. He looked good. And before I get into breaking down the fight, there was two picking rounds I had. And I made a little notation on my scorecard. The 10th round could have went either way, and I had the second round could have went either way. I scored both rounds for Bernard Hopkins. I thought Hopkins did enough in each of those rounds, landed the crisper punches, and to pull out the rounds. Okay, I'm going to see why Hopkins won. I got to get my notes here. The reason why I believe Hopkins won was because, and I think what happened was did Hopkins in was the two knockdowns. The first, it could be a debate if he got really knocked down in the first round. Personally, I thought it was a little rabbit punch, but being the unbiased channel I did follow the official scorecards of what the judge did, what the referee did, and so I gave the first round to Jean Pascal. Even though I think he kind of got hit in the back of the head, and he was in the middle of slipping. I still had to give him that first round to Pascal. So that was a 10-8 round right there. And the second round was the second knockdown was a legitimate knockdown. I scored that a 10-8 round also, and that happened in the third round. Bernard Hopkins didn't see the punch coming, got hit with a straight right. Which was impressive because Hopkins hasn't been dropped in 16 years. The last time he got dropped was in 1994-95. So that tells you right then and there that Pascal caught him has sneaky power. Another thing, I think what Pascal did good was he came in with the overhand. He came in with the overhand right at times, getting over Hopkins' guard. But then again, though, I know it's a little flaw in Pascal. His lack of balance. It seemed like he moves around so much. He kind of gets out. He goes in, bull rushes, gets out of control, and slips a little bit, leaving for Bernard Hopkins to counter. And that's what Hopkins did. You cannot make a mistake against Bernard Hopkins. The old man is pretty crafty. And also, Hopkins' defense was good in the fight. Despite the two knockouts, Hopkins had a good defensive fight. Kept his hands up, kept his distance, and I seen a look of confusion on Pascal's face. And obviously, Pascal has the great hand speed and the great movement. People compare him to Roy Jones. I don't know. Roy Jones was pretty lightning fast at 175 and 168, but maybe because the awkwardness and the unorthodoxness of Jean Pascal, they compare him to Roy Jones. So the two knockdowns definitely helped Jean Pascal. So it was a close fight. I can see some people saying 113, 114, but I definitely had Hopkins winning at least the last. And from the sixth round on, Hopkins turned it up in the fourth round. From the sixth round on, I'm just going to go from the sixth round on. I had Hopkins winning 5 rounds to 1. 6. In those last 7 rounds, I had him winning 6 rounds to 1. Bernard Hopkins. Sorry for the delay, folks. I'm just looking at my scorecards. I don't have my partner with me, so bear with me. Also, here's the things I think Bernard Hopkins did that was very impressive. The man can still fight. They always say you're as good as your last fight, and frankly, that Bernard Hopkins' last fight, he looked his age. He was acting. I got to give him the Academy Award win performance. He got his Meryl Streep on. I give him that. And that Roy Jones versus B-Hop fight, I had personally that's the worst fight of the year. So, I thought Bernard Hopkins was going to be done. Then I did my thinking. This is Bernard Hopkins we're talking about here. He would not have took this fight if he didn't think he had a chance or he seen holes in John Pascal's game. And I think Pascal took the fight. Oh, he looked garbage against Roy Jones. He was holding stuff. He looked his age. I think Hopkins is done. This is a big name. I want to trounce on him. So when Hopkins surprised me, and towards the end of the fight, towards my studying of the fight, I said, you know what? I think the old man's gonna pull it off. He's gonna show the world that he still got it. He's gonna take this young kid to school, like he did Kelly Pavlik, like he did Antonio Tarver. And what surprised me was the most about Bernard Hopkins. Usually Bernard Hopkins gets clowned because he doesn't throw enough punches. That's the reason why he lost the Kawasaki fight. He didn't throw enough punches, and he usually gets outworked. That's why he lost the Taylor fight also. But he outworked John Pascal. And he's 18 years older than Pascal, which was amazing. And plus, what turned it around, he threw those, and he listened to Nassim Richardson. Throw those investments. And you know what those investments means. Those body shots. He worked the body pretty well. He sharp body shot here, sharp body shot there. And I think one of the commentators said that's the same. When he landed after Hopkins landed a hard body shot like that's the same body shot that took out Oscar De La Hoya. Which happens to be this last stoppage, and that was one of Hopkins. My thing, like, if Hopkins gets in a hole, Hopkins doesn't have that knockout power no more. He hasn't knocked anybody else since the De La Hoya fight. So I was a bit concerned when I did my research. Also, he was working off the jab. Hopkins did a great job working off the jab, showing that sweet science. This guy is the Mad Hatter of boxing. They say Floyd Mayweather's the Mad Hatter of boxing. I say Bernard Hopkins is the Mad Hatter. This man comes with dirty tricks. He punches you and he hurries and holds you before you do anything. And this man, if you want to see ring generalship, him and Floyd are one of the best at it. So Bernard Hopkins showed the better ring generalship and shit. That's why I had it 8 rounds to 4. Also, he worked off the jab. You know how much, if you looked at my videos, you know how much I like him when you work off that jab. A young fighter should learn from Bernard Hopkins. And he was working off the jab. He set up the right jab. He set up his straight right with the jab, with the overhand. And I liked how the commentators brought that out. Blood's right. I think the Showtime guys are kind of better than the HBO guys. And the HBO guys, you have bang, 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 boom. And you have old man Larry Merchant always clowning the fighters, disrespecting the fighters. I didn't like what he did to Michael Katzidas, or how he disrespected Jason Litzau also. But that's another video, folks, and I was agreeing with Blood on that one. This is why the sport of boxing is losing. Bad decisions like this. We saw the worst one I seen was the Ali Funaki Joan Guzman fight, where Funaki clearly won that fight, but they scored it for Guzman, and I was kind of pissed off at that one. But this one is kind of bad. Obviously, I was kind of concerned because this fight's in Canada. Some shenanigans may be pulled off in Canada, and that's what happened tonight. Bernard got robbed. In my opinion, this is unbiased channel. I'm stating this for debate. We can debate about this. But since they gave this fight to Pascal, I mean they scored it a draw. I'm saying what fight were these judges watching? The American judge had it right. I knew the Canadian judge was going to screw him. I'm like, this is going to come down to the Belgian judge when I was watching this fight, and it came down to the Belgian judge. They scored it 113-113. I can understand why they gave it a draw, but I clearly had Hopkins winning. He took over from the 6th round. That man, school was in session. Dean. That man schooled John Pascal. Now, this is a part of my videos, right? You said, where did 4 fighters go from here? I still want Bernard Hopkins to retire because I don't want him to end up like Muhammad Ali or Medrick Taylor, hang on too long and get hurt. But I want a rematch. Either he fights Chad Dawson, Bernard Hopkins fights Chad Dawson or Cloud, or he gets that rematch with John Pascal. For Pascal, he's only one. Either fight Hopkins again. Obviously, he has a rematch clause with Bad Chad Dawson, so I want to see that rematch between him and Bad Chad Dawson, because I really thought Dawson at the end, even though I clearly had Dawson losing the fight with John Pascal, I thought Pascal was gonna. I mean, Dawson was gonna knock him out. But anyway, folks, my time is up. Hit me up on YouTube. I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs. What's up, Julian? What's up, Calix? What's up, Blood? What's up, man? What's up, man? Take Bubble Baths. What's up, all the YouTube box community? One love to all of you guys. I watch all your videos, even though I don't make that many videos like you should. I watch all of you guys. I'm a big fan of all of you. What's up, Overlord Crow? What's up, my good friends at the boxing community? I mean, the boxing union. What's up, homies? And I promise you, I will make more videos in 2011. I'm about to get that turbo endorsement, folks. So I got one more state license to get. That turbo endorsement. Wish me luck on that. Oh yeah, but Boxing Voice, thank you for shouting me out on your video for my unlimited Steam license. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, this your boy, Mr. Universal Sports. Holla at your boy. Late.